Anna, and this is My Life on Paper, and I am back with Off the Board, excuse me, Off the Board with Pineapple Papers and Crystal. And the pin you will have seen at the beginning is off my Pinterest board, meant for inspiration, and I hope I did it justice. It's a beautiful kind of quilted piece that I have on my board for things that could hang in my living room. A little inspiration there. I am not a quilter, so that was not my plan with the pin at all, but I love the colors, and like I said, I really hope I do it justice because I think it's a beautiful quilt. So I started here. I have this is Reminisce, Capture the Moments, and I have to tell you, and I hope I don't crinkle. Sorry, I have to grab the paper because I want to show, and I don't know what year this is from because I don't think it says it on here, but I'm still looking for a year. And there's going to be a little bit of glare there. There's the stickers, but these papers are lovely, and they're not necessarily, I mean, they would be background, right? So how cool is that? That's the one I'm actually using. This, I would think, would be cut apart. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to use that. So there's that. They're just beautiful, though. And I had a difficult time picking out a paper for my lovely picture of turkeys, and I'm sure it's not easy to see, but this is my backyard. This is green belt. This is what we call green belt. So my yard goes up to here. We had this parade of, I believe it was 10 turkeys just waddling along. So I snapped a picture. But as far as papers, boy, I was so excited to find this in my stash. Look how, I mean, what else do you go with when you've got these kind of muted nature colors? So we've got that. At the beginning, you would have also seen a pin that I used, not a pin, I'm so sorry, a sketch that I used. You saw the pin, you saw the sketch. So that's where I pulled the paper type things from. Now, this paper, as well as this paper, is from Mixed Media. It's color box, so Walmart. And look how nicely that goes together, right? So that's gonna go there. This picture's gonna go on there. I cut out a circle, and I might like distress this or something a little bit, so that's gonna go over there. And then of course for a turkey page, what do you need but a turkey? So on my Cricut, I cut that out. We're gonna tuck that in there somehow. You'll also, so then we'll start building our layers here. And that's gonna stick up, but that's okay. Went into my scraps. Love using things that are already pieces, parts. So there's that. And then I went and just made some strips. So this is gonna be on the top, and I didn't come to length yet. This one I actually used a punch for. I have an EK Success punch. I've kind of been collecting different ones for borders. I use my Cricut a lot, but it just, you without the longer mat, you can't make the 12-inch, and you can piece them together and stuff, but I just like to have the versatility of a punch. So there you go, there's that. And then on the bottom too, you'll see there was that scallop, and instead of the scallop, I'm using the, I don't know if you'd call that grid, or I would call that grid anyway. I have a pocket card that I'm just gonna put down there where it says title, and then I cut out this from my Cricut, and it says What a Bunch of Turkeys, right? I used a funky font. I like to get creative. It had a hard time cutting those little pieces. Sometimes I might recut this, but this one, it actually turned out good enough that it's kind of like arrowy type thing, so I'm gonna use it. So there's that. Then over here, I grabbed another scrap. I'm gonna tuck that underneath there. And I did also on my Cricut cut this banner, which I haven't used this one before, but boy, I'm gonna somehow bookmark this or keep it so that, because look, it scored it for me so that I could fold it so it's dimensional. I'm not sure what I'm gonna put on there, maybe turkey. So, and then you'll see they had the little banners there. I was looking through my stash, and this is some of the oldest, maybe the oldest in my stash. So they're textured. It's actually called, I found what it's called. It's called Rusty Plates. And it's just this bronze looking stuff. I saw, it comes with a whole bunch of different things, including these lovely arrows, which I will use in there somehow. And then I'm not sure, I thought about using some tags, and I pulled a couple different ones out of my stash instead of the banners, just because I have these things in my stash and I would love to use them. I have several different ones, so you might be seeing those switch out, along with some more of these brass ones, or bronze ones. So lots of things to play with. I did go into my brown bin, and then I pulled out a whole bunch of randomness. So we've got tabs and photo corners, tags, arrows. So you might see those on the page too. But right now I'm gonna pause, and then I'll be right back. Welcome back. Here's my completed layout, and I'm totally excited about how it turned out. I wanted to mention too that the sketch was from Plays Well with Paper, the sketch that you saw at the beginning that I used for this layout. I just love it when kind of like when a plan comes together. This one took a lot of thinking. The background pieces fell very lovely quickly together, and maybe it was more that I didn't have time to sit and really think of what I wanted to do, but it was a several day process where I would come back and look at it. I think that the fact that it is about turkeys gives me a lot of freedom to pick whatever I want to put on the page. Now that can be really said about any page. You'll notice that I did use the Rusty Plates, the arrows there, and I used those instead of the buttons. Also, I was able to use the key and the keyhole that matched those arrows. There was a star down there, but I know it has nothing to do with turkeys, but I certainly wasn't going to use it on any other page, and it matches so beautifully. So I think it's perfect for that. You'll notice I moved the banner. It was down here, but it was covering his legs and stuff. It just didn't look right. So I moved up here, which then allowed me to use my photo corners because I only had 3. So it all works out, right? Loving how this layout turned out. Love playing along with Crystal from Pineapple Papers and Off the Board for this month. Please consider subscribing if you haven't yet. Also, thank you to all my subscribers. I've been having so much fun playing along this month with Crystal and everyone else that is doing Off the Board. Look down below for everybody's links, and follow along with all these gifted people and see what they've been doing, and it'll give you lots of inspiration. So I hope you have a fabulous day, and I will see you again soon.